Hello students, today we will complete trade discount and cash discount. Let's see the next problem. A retailer offers 20% trade discount and also 5% cash discount on the table fans sold by him. State Bank of India has bought 20 such table fans by paying 1,67,200. What is the catalog price of each table fan? Okay. Now let the catalog price be 100. Okay, so if catalog price is 100, then less trade discount will be 20 and invoice price will be 80. Okay, less cash discount, is at the rate 5%, so 80 into 5% will be 4, so 76 will be my selling price, right? So retailer offers 20% trade discount and also 5% cash discount for the table fans sold by him. State Bank of India has bought 20 such table fans by paying 1,67,200. Okay, so this is the offer which the retailer offers. Okay, and State Bank bought 20 such table fans by paying 1,67,200. So if selling price is 1,67,200, what is the catalog price of each table fans? For 20 fans, selling price is 1,67,200. What is the price of catalog price? Okay, so catalog price for 20 fans for 20 table fans will be 1,67,200 multiplied by 100 divided by 76. Okay, so 1,67,200 divided by 76 multiplied by 100, right? It comes to 2,20,000. So 2,20,000 is the catalog price for 20 table fans, and they have asked what is the catalog price of each table fan. Okay, so for catalog price for one table fan, catalog price for one table fan is equal to 2,20,000 divided by 20. Correct? It comes to 11,000. So 11,000 is the answer. Okay, very simple. Let's see the next question. The wholesaler offers a product at catalog price of rupees 1 lakh with 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount to the retailer. Retailer sells it at 10% lesser than the catalog price by offering 2% cash discount to the final customer. Okay, find out profit made by the retailer, price to be paid by the customer, percentage of profit to the retailer. Okay, so let's calculate. The wholesaler offers a product at a catalog price of rupees 1 lakh with 20% trade discount and 5% cash discount to the retailer. So you can find the cost price. Okay, so retailer is selling goods from the wholesaler. Okay, and catalog price is given as 1 lakh less trade discount is at the rate 20%. So 1 lakh into 20% comes to 20,000. So 80,000 is the invoice price. Less cash discount. Cash discount is 5%. So 80,000 into 5% comes to 4,000. So 76,000 is the cost price to the retailer, for the retailer. Yes. So wholesaler is selling it for 76,000. That means retailer is buying it for 76,000. So cost price for retailer. Okay. Retailer sells it at 10% lesser than the catalog price by offering 2% cash discount to the final consumer. Okay. So now catalog price is 1 lakh minus 10% is the price at which retailer is buying the product. So price at which the product is sold by retailer. Catalog price minus 10%, and catalog price is 1 lakh minus 10%. So which is 90,000. So at 90,000 the retailer is ready to sell and he offers 2% cash discount. So less cash discount at the rate 2%. Okay. So 90,000 into 2%, it comes to 1,800. So when you subtract 1,800 from 90,000, you get 88,200, right? So 88,000 is the selling price for retailer. Selling price for retailer. That means retailer is buying the product for 76,000 and selling the product for 88,200. Okay. So what is the profit made by the retailer? So profit made by the retailer is the first question. A, profit made by the retailer, price to be paid by the customer. Okay, this is the answer, no? Now selling price for the retailer is 88,200. That means customer is buying it for 88,200. This is the answer for B. Okay, this is the answer for B part, which is price to be paid by the customer. Price to be paid by customer, 88,200. Selling price for retailer. Retailer is selling for 88,200. That means customer is buying it for 88,200. So price to be paid by the customer is 88,200, right? And now A is profit made by the retailer. A, profit made by retailer Profit made by the retailer is selling price minus cost price. Selling price minus cost price. Selling price is 88,200 and cost price is 76,000. So 88,200 minus 76,000, it comes to 12,200. So this is the answer for A. Profit made by the retailer, rupees 12,200. Okay, and 88,200 is the price to be paid by the customer, which is B. C is percentage of profit to the retailer. Okay, C, percentage of profit made by retailer. Okay, for this, profit upon cost price into 100. Profit is 12,200. Cost price is 76,000 into 100. Okay. So 12,200 divided by 76,000 into 100. So this comes to, when you calculate, it comes to 16.05%. Okay. Let's see the next problem. After allowing a discount of 7.5% on the marked price of an article is sold for 555. Find its market price. It should be marked price, not market price. Okay, find its marked price. Okay, after allowing a discount of 7.5% on the marked price of an article is sold for 555. Find its marked price. Okay, now marked price, let marked price be 100. Okay, less discount is 7.5%. That means 7.5 will be the discount. So 100 minus 7.5 is 92.5, correct? And this is the selling price. If selling price is 555, how much is the marked price? So cross multiply. 555 multiplied by 100 divided by 92.5. So it comes to 600. Therefore, mark price is equal to 600. Okay. So therefore, mark price is rupees 600. Let's see the next problem. A machine listed at 625 was sold at a discount of 15%. Find the discount and the net price. Okay. So list price is given as 625. Okay, discount is 15%. So discount is at the rate 15%, which is 625 into 15%, which comes to rupees 93.75. Okay, so 625 minus 93.75, you will get net price. So net price will be 531.25. This is the net price. List price minus discount is the net price. Therefore, the discount is rupees 93.75 and net cash price is rupees 531.25. Okay. Let's see the next problem. A man lost 5% by selling an article for rupees 28.50. For how much he should sell it to gain 10%? Okay. Man lost 5%. That means if cost price is 100, loss is 5 and selling price is 95. Correct? If cost price is 100, loss is 5 and selling price is 95. So this is what is given. And selling price is said as 28.50. If selling price is 28.50, how much is the cost price? So cost price will be 28.50 divided by 95 multiplied by 100. Correct? 28.50 divided by 95 multiplied by 100. So it comes to 30. So cost price is 30. Right? I'll just write here. I'll write like this. Cost price, selling price. When cost price is 100, selling price is 95. If selling price is 28.50, how much is the cost price? So 28.50 multiplied by 100 divided by 95, it comes to rupees 30. So cost price comes to 30. How much he should sell to gain 10%? So 10% of cost price. 10% of cost price is equal to 30 into 10%, which is 3. 10% of cost price is 3. How much he should sell it to gain 10%? So he should, 10% of cost price is 3. So 3 is the profit. So therefore he must sell it for 33 rupees. So therefore selling price must be is equal to cost price plus 10% of cost price, which is 30 plus 3, which is 33. So I'll write like that. To gain 10%, selling price must be, okay, just add, to gain 10%, selling price must be cost price plus 10% of cost price, which is 33. Okay. Let's see the next question. This is the last question of, yeah, I think this is the last question of cash discount and trade discount. Okay, the chapter is not over. The fourth part of the chapter is interest, where you will be learning simple interest and compound interest. Okay, so this is the last question for cash discount and trade discount. Okay, in a boarding house of 50 members, the total monthly miscellaneous expense were increased by 76 when the number of boarders increased by 14. Okay. If the average monthly miscellaneous expenses be therefore reduced by 1 rupee per head. Okay. Find the original rate of miscellaneous expenses per head per month. Okay, got it. Now in a boarding house there are 50 members. Okay. So now there are 50 members and total miscellaneous expenses were increased by 76 when the number of boarders increased by 14. Okay. When there was 50 members, okay, there was some expense. Let expense per one member. For one member, let expense be X. Okay. So for one member, if the expense is X, for 50 members, expense would be 50X. If the expense for one member is X, then that means for 50 members, the total expense will be 50X. Correct? The total monthly were increased by 76 when the number of boarders increased by 14. Okay. When the number of boarders increased by 14, that means 50 plus 14. When the members became 64 members, okay, the monthly miscellaneous expenses was increased by 76. The expense was 50x. Now when there are 64 members, the expense became 50x plus 76. The total monthly miscellaneous expense were increased by 76. So total expense was 50x when there are 50 members. Okay. When 50 members became 64 members, the expense increased by 76. That means the expense became 50x plus 76. Okay. If the average monthly miscellaneous expenses be therefore reduced by 1 rupee per head. Okay. So now when there was 50 members, expense was X per member. Okay, when there was 50 member, expense was X per member. Expense was X per member. Now when there are 64 member, the expense is X minus 1 for one member. Okay, this X minus 1 is the expense for one member. Okay. If the average monthly miscellaneous expense be therefore reduced by 1 rupee per head, and we have assumed that expense for one member is X. So when there were 50 member, expense for one member was X. When there are 64 member, expense for one member is X minus 1. Okay, the monthly miscellaneous expense be therefore reduced by 1 rupee per head. Find the original rate of miscellaneous expenses per head per month. You have to find the value of X. Okay. So, okay. Fine. Now, the expense is for one member is X minus 1 and now there are 64 member. So expense for 64 member would be 64 into X minus 1. For one member, when there were 64 member, for one member expense is X minus 1. That means for 64 member, total expense will be 64 into X minus 1. And they have said total expenses 50x plus 76 also. That means 50x plus 76 is equal to 64 into x minus 1. Now find the value of x. 50x plus 76 is equal to 64x minus 64. Okay, so I'll bring 64 this side. So this becomes 76 plus 64 is equal to 64x minus 50x. So 64 minus 50x comes to 14x. And 76 plus 64, 76 plus 64 is 140. So x is equal to 140 upon 14. So x is equal to rupees 10. Okay. You are supposed to find the value of x only. Okay. We'll do it once again. We'll do this once again. Now, in a boarding house of 50 members, the total miscellaneous expenses were increased by 76 when the number of boarders increased by 14. Okay. Now, in a boarding house, there are 50 members. Okay. There are 50 members in a boarding house. Okay. And expense for one member, expense for one member be x. This is assuming, we are assuming that expense for one member is x. Okay. Therefore, expense for 50 members will be 50x. Correct? That means total expense is 50x. Total monthly miscellaneous expense is 50x. This is total monthly miscellaneous expense. Okay. This is total monthly miscellaneous expense is 50x when members are 50 members. Okay. Now, what they have said is the miscellaneous expenses, the total miscellaneous expenses increased by 76 when the number of boarders increased by 14. When 50 members became 64 members, when 50 members became 64 members, okay, the total expense is 50x. When there was 50 members, it increased by 76. Okay, that means when 50 members became 64 members, total expense increased by 76. That means 50x plus 76. The total expense became 50x plus 76. Okay. If the average monthly miscellaneous expense be therefore reduced by 1 rupee per head, okay, when there was 50 members, expense for one member was x, right? Now, when there are 64 members, it reduced by 1 rupee. That means expense for one member became x minus 1. Okay. So, now when expense for one member is x minus 1, expense for one member is x minus 1, that means expense for 64 member would be x minus 1 into 64. Correct? Expense for one member is x minus 1. That means expense for 64 member would be x minus 1 into 64. But expense for 64 member is 50x plus 76 also. So that means our equation is x minus 1 into 64 is equal to 50x plus 76. Okay. Now solve this equation and find the value of x. So when you open the bracket, 64x minus 64 is equal to 50x plus 76. So 64x minus 50x is equal to 76 plus 64. 14x is equal to 140 and x is equal to 140 upon 14. So x is equal to rupees 10. Okay. So how you will write in the exam? Okay. Let the average monthly expenditure monthly expenditure be rupees X. Therefore, total expenditure because there are 50 members will be 50x. Right? Because there are 50 members. Now, as per the given condition, if the number of boarders increases by 14, so increases, which is 50 plus 14 is equal to 64. The expenses reduced by rupee 1. The average expense reduces by rupee 1. Therefore, we have $50x plus 76 is equal to x minus 1 into 64. Okay. So 50x plus 76 is equal to 64x minus 64. 64x minus 50x is equal to 76 plus 64. 14x is equal to 140. X is equal to 140 upon 14. Therefore, x is equal to rupees 10. So just add a sentence. The original rate of miscellaneous expenses per head per month is rupees 10. Therefore, the original rate of miscellaneous expenses per head per month is rupees 10. Original is 10 rupees when there were 50 members. So monthly expense per head was 10 rupees. Now there are 64 members. Monthly expense per head will be 9 rupees because it has reduced by 1 rupee, no? But that is not asked. Only original rate of miscellaneous expense per head per month is asked. So which is rupees 10. Okay. That's